see all you nifty nerds and gaming goons and joystick jockeys out there in Pixelland. Welcome to Double Shift. Well, why Double Shift's a show where two seasoned game industry vets talk about pitching a sequel to the movie Biodome called The Gut Microbiome, where Pauly Shore and one of the Baldwin brothers, nay, all of the Baldwin brothers, are shrunk down to the size of an ant and have to live inside somebody's tum-tum. But before we get to that, we'll talk about video games just a little bit. Whew, that's a weird, very specific main topic, don't you think?
See, you need to create the video games then. You're better at, like, creating things than I am. Coming up with random movie plots.
No, I think that you're fantastic at it. In fact, we're going to have you do random things later in the show, so you stay tuned.
Oh, no.
Put your acting chops to test here. But nobody knows who we are yet. Because we get thousands and thousands of new fans each week. And yes, I don't know who you are yet either. I'm going to tell you. But first, I'll introduce myself. I'm your host, Mikey, a.k.a. DJ Medical Edibles Bottles of Moscato Octopus Tentacles and American Cheese, about to open LB's Exotic Petting Zoo, Betty Boop, Watering Tropical Flowers in the Kitty Zoo, along with my friend, former colleague, and current leader of a pack of mutated silverback killer gorillas in full suits and moon boots, Danelle. Say hello, Danelle.
Hello. That was a mouthful.
It was. I did it. The audiences know that it took 25 takes and we sounded, sat here for an hour to get that right.
Did you really?
No, I did it in one take in front of you right now.
Well, I mean, no, I was wondering if you practiced it beforehand.
Oh, no, I mean, that's lyrics from a song, from Lyrics Born, and I just know it. But I still read it, though, so I didn't mess it up,
Yeah.
We also have
Bravo.
Sacramento's finest producer, Jeff. Say something to the people, Jeff. All right, I guess. If that's what you want to say to the people. Finally
like
they hear your voice
Sacramento.
and you fart. If that's what you want to do, then that's fine. Well, Jeff, you can also help me out right here. It has our Instagram and our email right about here. At some point right here or here, I think we should have our YouTube Double Shift podcast, but we don't have a YouTube graphic yet. Danelle and I are just voguing.
Yeah.
But yeah, go check it out. Hey, listen, we put a new short on Instagram from one of our spooky series episodes, so you should go check it out.
Who wears short shorts?
Jeff wears short shorts.
Nice.
So yeah, we're gonna start putting up more videos again. We were on summer vacation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What do you want from us?
Vacay.
Vacay, yes. Every day is a vacation when you love your occupation, Danelle. And this is our occupation.
Absolutely.
We're just trying to get paid for it. That's all. This week's episode is blandly titled "Now Eat," where we will be talking about cannibalism in video games.
I can't believe there's a thing for this. There's really cannibalism games? I don't understand.
There's not a ton of games out there with cannibalism being kind of the main focus of the gameplay or the theme,
okay.
But there are plenty. There's a lot of games that have cannibals, and I figured since it's a spooky season, our version that lasts for months and months, this would be a fun topic to discuss.
Yeah, I'm with it.
Yeah. Well, fun, maybe not fun, but we've
I'd
talked
still eat a
about
leg.
Vampires. What was that?
I'd eat a leg.
If you had to, or like,
yeah,
okay,
yeah. If I had to, not just to try it, but
like, oh yeah, that's a
like
good
a looter
distinction.
in a riot. Sorry.
Yeah, right. Cypress Hill. Shout out Cypress Hill. Yeah, we talked about vampires, wolves, weird secret societies that have access to a virtual reality machine that people can get lost in forever. They're all make believe though, right? And so this subject, unfortunately, is a real subject.
It's true.
Like you said, you'd eat a leg if you had to. So sometimes it's because people need to survive.
Mm-hmm.
Some people in the world, it might be a cultural thing, albeit an outdated one probably. But and then some people are just crazy.
Yeah.
And I think no matter what how it happens, it's kind of awful. And I think it's bad for you. Bad for your brain.
I've heard that eating flesh is bad for you. I've heard the same thing.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why I'm crazy. I bite my fingers a lot, eat the
Right,
skin.
you're
I'm
a
cuckoo.
grazing cannibal. You just graze on yourself, which is
Yeah. I like take that little petty file on the bottom of my foot and like those shavings and it's kind of like collect it and then eat it like a shot.
right. I think I wouldn't have called
Jeff's face.
I wouldn't have called that instrument what you just called it, but I call it the nail scratcher.
Well, they have one for
Um,
the petty file. Well, it's actually called a pedophile.
You're doing it again. Listen, either way, eating someone, no matter why you eat someone, is shocking and a bit disturbing.
Yes.
And a lot of times it's portrayed in entertainment. So, what do you think, Danelle? Are you a fan of any like cannibal movies out there? Or...
Yeah, Ravenous. That's the first one that
Right.
comes to my mind when I hear of cannibal movies is Ravenous. I watched that movie a long time ago and it definitely disturbed me.
Let me ask you this. Do you watch Ravenous over and over as you might, let's say, Halloween every year? Okay.
No, I haven't probably watched it in 15, 20 years.
Right. It's kind of a one and done, right?
Yeah, I might have even watched it twice, maybe three, because I think maybe to show other people.
Yeah, well, yeah, I was gonna say sometimes there's
Like, have you
movies
seen this
like
movie?
yeah, exactly.
Like kids, I was like, oh, you gotta watch this movie.
Yeah, for the most part, yeah, exactly. Kids or Gummo or
Yeah, Gummo,
uh,
exactly. That's one of those movies where you're just like, it's so disturbing, you gotta watch it.
yeah, and then in terms of cannibalism, Cannibal Holocaust, or more recently the Green Inferno, no one's watching that every year. Those are some of the messed up, especially Cannibal Holocaust. I think it was banned in like every country at one point.
Oh, I'll have to look into that
Um,
now.
but it's one of those like you're not watching it every year, like Halloween
Yeah,
or Scream or whatever around this time of
no.
year. It's kind
Yep.
of a one and done unless you're showing your friends. Cannibal the musical you might watch over and over. That's a fun one.
What?
Um, from the South Park guys before they were the South
Oh.
Park guys. Yeah.
Oh, okay, I'll have to check
Um,
that out too.
but yeah, it's like this movie's so effed up you got to watch it at least once. It's like a rite of passage or a threshold test for how much horror you can handle.
Oh, dang it. Okay.
Um, so that's probably why there aren't that many video games that have cannibalism as the main focus.
Well,
And
yeah.
zombies eat people, but they're not people anymore. Vampires kind of eat
True.
people, but
That's
they aren't
true.
people. Soylent Green is people, but I don't believe it was a video game. Have you seen Soylent Green?
No.
Okay. Soylent Green was people. That's the famous line from Soylent Green.
Oh,
Um,
okay, so that's why I didn't get it. Wah, wah,
Cannibals are
wah.
people, and they're
Cannibals are
real.
people too.
Exactly. We're gonna make a sticker. Our first real piece of merch. Is Cannibals are people too.
Wow.
Um,
I don't know how many people would like that though. They
yeah.
probably would avoid me.
Right. Yeah. But yeah, that's what I think makes it terrifying because it's real. It's
Yeah.
true. It's true
Yeah.
and real.
Yep.
Trial.
A tree. Oh, I like
That's
that.
it. Listen, no, I shout out Paul Wall for that one.
Oh, dang it. I
That's a
thought you did
Paul
something
Wall.
smart.
Paul Wallaby. No, not me. I'm a mimic. I just copy everyone else.
Me too.
There are plenty of games where your enemies are trying to eat you. For example, The Forest and Sons of the Forest have cannibalistic monsters chasing after you.
Oh.
Resident Evil Biohazard has a weird cult-like family that enjoys the taste of flesh, seemingly, and it has one of like the craziest kind of opening scenes in a game in recent years. But they're infected. And then games like Until Dawn has I don't know if I'm saying this right, but like the old Algonquin urban legend of the Wendigos, and they want to eat you. But those are all Unreal, not the game engine I'm
Oh
talking
my
about.
gosh. Didn't.
But then King, I want to focus on this episode as much as I can, and I always forget my rules that I set in the beginning and probably like get away from it later. But I want to focus on people who are just people who love eating people or simply need to eat people. People eat people, so why should it be you and I can't get along in harmony or whatever it is?
Oh my gosh.
So we'll start with our first game series
Okay.
that has people eating people, and that would be the Fallout series. Jeff, you're gonna have to put a lot of graphics up here. I believe that
In
all
Fallout?
except one Fallout game has some form of cannibalism
Really?
throughout the years, as a reference or a side mission or a piece of lore or whatever it is. And it kind of
Interesting.
makes sense. Have you played any of the Fallout games?
No, but I've seen people play them. I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
everything else, I always see people play all these games.
for sure. Yeah, no, it's Fallout's
I think it's cool.
it's fun.
I
Yeah,
like the graphics or whatever you want to call it. I like the way it looks. It looks like really cool.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't remember there being any cannibalism though, or eating people, or
Well, so Fallout is life after nuclear disaster.
yeah.
Food is scarce, sometimes non-existent, or full of radiation. Um, so there's, for example, in Fallout, one of the Fallout games, there is a town called Annandale in Virginia, and 4 families in that town, um, after the nuclear war happened, survived off human meat once their food
Oh,
supply ran out. So
oh,
that seems logical but gruesome, and that's a way to
true.
survive.
Yeah.
Um, but so that made sense, when it was necessary. But then also, this town is ripe with tradition. These guys love tradition. So since then, they passed on the tradition of murdering and eating outsiders, along with inbreeding
Oh,
as well, which is
oh
gross,
gosh.
from
Yeah.
generation to generation. So that's like a town that you encounter in Fallout, and there are a bunch of cannibals.
Oh,
Um,
really? Interesting.
there's another kind of group of people, or a faction, if you will, known as the Family, and they are a group of cannibals who have been shunned for their culinary choices. Their leader, whose name is Vance, has worked hard to teach his group that they should live like the vampires do and only consume blood for their sustenance, as the murder and consumption of humans is considered a crime against humanity. Don't piss them off, though, or they'll kill you and eat you, probably. I assume they eat you. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
Doesn't
stay away from them. Um,
Isn't the family? I thought that's what the Manson was called.
well, they had the Manson family, and I don't believe they ate people,
No,
nor
but I
were
think
they
they
in
were called the
Fallout.
family too. Hmm.
There's a lot of, I
The
think,
family.
cult sort of references to the
We're a
family.
family.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, the Fallout world is a grim one.
Yeah.
Again, food is scarce, so you might have to eat non-conventional animals such as iguanas. Right? There's a lot of iguanas running around this desert that people live in.
Oh. Ugh.
Shout out to Iguanas Taqueria, home of the second best orange sauce in the
Oh.
South Bay.
I heard they're closing.
Maybe, yeah. That's because they only have the second best orange sauce in the
Wait,
South Bay.
what? La Vix
Is the number one
is the
orange
number
sauce.
one? Oh, okay.
Absolutely. Sponsor us, Lovix. I love your orange sauce. Your food's all right, but your orange sauce is
Yeah.
fantastic. So, anyways, in Fallout, there's a guy named Iguana Bob. He's an entrepreneur. He opened up his own food stand that serves iguana meat. You can get it on a stick. You can get it as bits, however
I'd
you
try
like.
it.
I would try it too. But listen, this guy Iguana Bob, he's an entrepreneur. He's a businessman. He wants to save money. He may or
Uh-oh.
may not go to the local morgue and buy cadavers on the cheap, and he may or may not use human meat instead of iguanas. But
Oh
you might
gosh, that's
you might not
shady.
know the difference. I think
I guess.
if prepared correctly, what does everything taste like, Danelle?
Yeah, chicken.
Chicken. So who knows? You could be eating iguana. You could be eating Jeff.
That's true.
The
The other white meat.
You'll never know the difference. um, I've had reptile. I've had reptile.
I've had
Right.
alligator.
Yeah, but it's always like fried
Yeah.
and dip it in ranch.
I was trying to think of what an iguana would taste like because I was like, is there any meat on them?
I like how we've been talking about eating people and strange animals and
And I
grim
don't like ranch,
situations.
but I'll eat
Yeah,
a
and,
person.
and me saying ranch got the first ew. Uh,
I took
Plus,
the
I thought
ranch
you did-
packet out of my salad today, actually. It was a bacon ranch chicken salad that I got, and I threw the ranch out, and I just put Italian dressing on it.
God, you know what's even better than ranch though?
Me.
Bacon ranch.
Oh.
So good. Anyways.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you go to the Fallout wiki on the good old internet, there's a whole page dedicated to cannibalism.
Oh, really?
I pulled the following paragraph from that page because I
Okay.
liked it. Certain groups of hunters in the capital wasteland hunt wastelanders for their meat and then sell it to unsuspecting travelers. Old Ben in Freeside remarks that his father's butcher shop went out of business after a local merchant began selling strange meat at a very low cost. After the merchant died from the debilitating shakes associated with prolonged consumption of human flesh. and human remains were found buried under his house.
Oh.
So yeah, Fallout has a lot of cannibalism in their game. Should you have an appetite for such carnage, Danelle?
Haha, see what
This isn't the Fallout show. This is the Cannibal show. So let's move on.
The Cannibal show.
To a game that I consider to be a cousin of Fallout.
Surprised you don't have Cannibal Corpse playing in the background or something.
I do like Cannibal Corpse. I thought about having Jeff pull some Cannibal Corpse, but yeah, didn't do it. Maybe if they were in a video game, which I don't think they are.
Aww.
They're in Ace Ventura: Pet Detective.
Yeah, is he wearing their shirt?
No, they're actually that's the band.
Oh, that was one of the bands that he go. Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
I know he likes that type of music.
Here. Thank you. Yeah. So our next game is called The Outer Worlds. Are you familiar with this game, Danelle?
Yeah, I've heard of it. I haven't played it, but
that's fine.
I know of it. Yeah.
It's one of my favorite games from the last few years. In fact, I have posted a few piano videos of myself playing music from this game. I won't do it on our Instagram because I did that once, and Jeff's like, "Bro, why are you posting videos of yourself playing piano?" It was because I said I would in the show, but now I'll never do it again. Thanks, Jeff. Anyways, The Outer Worlds. I'm just kidding. The Outer World is essentially Fallout in space. It's made by one of the teams who worked on one of the Fallout titles, so it makes sense. Obsidian made this.
Oh, yeah, okay.
They've worked on Fallout, they've worked on Skyrim. It's all kind of related.
Yeah.
And so since it was the same team from that world, they had to throw in a reference to consuming human flesh. Not as much cannibalism as the Fallout games, but a few nods to it. So there's a side quest called The Secret People.
Ooh.
You must travel to Stellar Bay on the moon known as Monarch. There you will find the Mather family. Yeah, they seem nice at first. You're kind of hanging out with all the family members in the house, but then you start making a grim discovery. It is supper time in the Mather house, and you start to discover dismembered body parts that are being prepared for a meal. Yummy!
Oh, gosh.
And they're not too thrilled once you figure this out. And so the cool thing about these kind of games, this game in particular, there's multiple ways to skin a cat or a person. All that to say, there's multiple ways to complete a mission. And so I think you can talk your way out of this one. You might be able to sneak out and not get caught. But if I remember correctly from when I played it, I just killed them all. I think that was just the easiest
I guess that
way
works.
to do it. Yeah. But, I mean, it's nice to see families doing stuff together, I suppose. You rarely see that nowadays.
Oh, that's true. Look at you.
And then other than that, there's, you could find, captain's logs that have, lore. You can, read or listen to things. And there's some lore that suggests cannibalism in other parts of the world, but I didn't really write it down. It's there, though. Space travel is tough, you know what I'm saying?
Can imagine.
But I'm going to try something new here. I'm going to take this opportunity to plug one of our sponsors who are not our sponsors yet, Danelle, but they totally should be.
Yes.
Xbox Game Pass. Jeff, I need some generic background music for this. Hey, do you like games? That probably means you like playing games, but you don't like paying for games every time you want to play a new one. Who has time to go to the store anymore to buy a game anyways? And that pesky wallet, it's always in the way. Mm-hmm. Even if you buy a game from your couch, you got to get up, get your wallet, open it, fumble the card, which falls into the crack of the couch, and then you reach in to grab it, and you're going to be scratched by a petrified Otter Pop wrapper that you left in there from last summer.
Oh my god.
Now that scratch is infected and you have to go to the doctors, who's going to have time to play games after all that? Or, hear me out, Danelle, you can pay one flat fee a month of however much it costs now for Xbox Game Pass. You can even set it up so this company has all your credit card information in their data servers, and it charges you each month, and you don't have to do anything. Who wouldn't want that? Well, the hackers want that, but that's not the point. I played The Outer Worlds on Game Pass when it came out, just before Halloween in 2019.
Ooh.
And I was super hyped to play it, and then got some terrible news. Extended family was coming to stay the weekend with us. Oh no. Where would I escape so that I could escape from the reality with video games? Well, since I
Yeah.
saved so much money from subscribing to Game Pass every month, and I was able to play sweet new games such as The Outer Worlds, the day it came out, we were
Hmm.
able to afford a cheap smart TV. My
Oh.
wife went and got one before I got home from work, set up this sweet man cave in the garage where I'm
Oh.
pretty sure a spider egg hatched that night, and I had hundreds of spiders dangling on me, but it was fine. I spent the
Oh.
next few weeks in the garage playing this amazing game. The best part
Oh.
is, it's one of my favorite games, so thank you, Game Pass. I might have never played it otherwise. And fast forward to this October, 2025, where Game Pass will let us play The Outer Worlds 2.
Oh. Yeah, I was about to do that.
So Game
Drama.
Pass, please sponsor us.
Ooh.
There you go.
Wonderful.
I'm trying to get ad revenue, ads before we even, like they'll hear that and they'll be like, "Oh, it's amazing." I mean, he did kind of say that hackers are going to steal people's data, and he doesn't know how much the price point is every month, but he made it sound amazing. They're going to say that. They're going to be like, "Oh,
I thought it
good.
was amazing.
Thank you." Well, you should work for Microsoft and then sponsor us.
I would love to. Microsoft, hire me.
Yeah. Hey, I hired Danelle so she could get into the Game Pass division and sponsor us. All right. Now that we have that out of the way, let's move on to cowboys eating people in
What?
Red Dead Redemption.
Oh, yeah.
So there's in both Red Dead Redemptions there's a little bit of cannibalism, which makes sense. I would think back then it was harsh times, and every once in a while you need to eat someone, maybe.
Yeah, is that when the
There,
Donner family was around?
yeah, probably.
In the
Donner,
1800s.
good old Donner Pass.
Yeah.
Shout out Donner Pass. So there's a mission in the first one where this Hills Have Eyes type dude is
Ugh.
snatching people up and eating them. Are you a Hills Have Eyes fan there, Danelle?
Yes and no.
Yeah. Okay,
I
yeah.
thought it was I thought it was a great movie, but it was so
Yeah.
gross. And then I don't even want to talk about the scene in the
Yeah.
trailer when, oh gosh, like I was just terrifying and I was so upset. But I mean, it was such a shocking movie
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
that's what I liked about it though, but I don't like to rewatch that movie either. And
It
number
might,
two, I can't really
might be a
rewatch
one and
them.
done. Yeah.
Yeah, I've watched them a couple times, and then I'm like, I don't want to watch this anymore. I've seen it. It's good though.
Yeah.
I really do like it. I really, really do. It's just so disturbing
Absolutely.
and
So
upsetting because I couldn't imagine if I got stuck in the middle of somewhere like that and something like that happened to me. Like you said earlier, like things that are real to me scare me. Like
yeah.
things that are
Yeah.
fake. Like I said, I don't like zombies because they're not real. But like real situations that can happen is terrifying. And to think that can
Absolutely.
happen to someone, and there is probably weird people out there like that. Ugh, ugh.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, thank God for cellular phones. Cellular phones. I can't speak. I can't say that word. I'm never going to try cell
Yeah.
phones. So anyways, this Hills Have Eyes type dude is snatching people up and he's eating them in Red Dead Redemption. And John Marston, the main character, investigates it as part of a mission, thinking initially that the people have gone missing. They've just been eaten by wolves or something like that. It's not that deep of a mission or a story, but my favorite part is so at the end of the mission you find this guy and you still don't really know it's him, and one of his victims has broken the cannibal's leg, and you're kind of like sticking up for him. You're like, you broke this guy's leg. But then the cannibal dude kind of shamelessly reveals that he wants to eat the guy who's on the ground. You're like, oh, what the fuck? And so again, with this type of game, you have a choice on how you can complete the mission. So the funniest choice is you can just be like, dude, I don't want to get involved with this, and you just leave, and then the dude eats the other dude, and you can't be bothered because you have better stuff to do. So I like that. I mean, you could like kill the
I
guy
like
or
that.
like tie him up or whatever, but I like that where he's just like, you know what, I'm out of here, and then
Yeah.
it shows the crazy guy like going
Oh
in. Yeah.
gosh.
I don't think they actually show it. He's like walking away.
Yeah.
But it is inferred.
Yep.
And then, of
Inferred. There
course,
you go. I like that word.
that might be the word of the week. It's the opposite of furred. That's what it means. And in Red Dead Redemption 2, you will find the Aberdeen Pig Farm. And here you will find a brother and sister, Bray and Tammy Aberdeen. They are weird. There's also no pigs on this farm.
Oh.
And when you go to their house, they'll wine and dine you, and they'll try to drug you. And it's heavily implied that they're cannibals. They never come out and say it, but they own a pig farm that has no pigs. They're really weird. They're acting strange. They're
Yeah.
brother and sister, but maybe more, which is gross.
Uh,
But it's all very like heavily implied.
yeah.
And there's many ways to deal with them too, but the best is by hog-tying the sister after you kill the brother, and you take her on horse to their mother's gravesite, and you drop her there, and then she starts feeling really guilty for being an evil witch, essentially, and then you leave her there. So that's a good way to finish that mission.
Okay.
Anyways, you must be getting hungry by now, Danelle. So it's almost time for snacks. But
how dare you?
Before we get to snacks, I just wanted to shout out some games where the main theme is cannibalism, just in case you were hungry for more. I need like an Alberto laugh there or something. Take two. Just in case you were hungry for more. Damn it, Jeff. All right.
Hey, Mikey.
Yes. Hungry for more. Anyways, so I'm going to read you the description that I just got from the web for these games, and you just tell me if it sounds fun or not. How about that?
Okay.
Cannibal cuisine. So in Cannibal Cuisine, players control a number of cannibals on a tropical island feeding tourists to their god Huchubu. Players in Cannibal Cuisine each control one cannibal chef and must collect vegetables, fruits, and meat from killing tourists to combine into meals on cooking spits. There is one or more Huchubu in the level, and they will request different meals. Delivering correct meals score points for the players, while delivering the wrong meals will cause the Huchubu to throw fireballs at the players. Would you play this game there, Danelle?
Yep.
Sweet, sounds fun. It's like what do you call it? Like Overcooked almost, or like Diner Dash, like that.
Yeah,
of thing,
that's exactly what I was thinking too. Yep.
Happens to be with cannibals. All right, for this next one, Danelle, I'm not going to lie here. I searched multiple places to get the description for this game, and each source only gave me this paragraph that I am about to read you. So the game is called 911 Cannibal, and the description says, 911 is a scary hide-and-seek horror game with puzzle elements. In this horror game, you are a kidnapped teenager. Maniac. Cannibal keeps you in his creepy house. Hide and search items that can help you find a way out of the scary place and survive the nightmare. Solve puzzles to get to inaccessible places. That's the description. So, quite odd.
The thing is so no, I would not play that.
Right.
But only because the description was so horrible, or so like, I don't know. Because I do like puzzle games and puzzle elements, so that sounds fun. But
yeah, no, it's a mobile game, I believe, and that was the only description I could find anywhere. So. Anyways, yeah, we should be asking as seasoned QA professionals about that game how and why. But we're moving on to Cannibal Abduction.
Oh.
So this one is the description is: after borrowing his father's car, Henry is ready to finally have a weekend trip to escape from his parents' house. Everything was on track until the engine stops running in the middle of nowhere and a humble local offers to tow Henry to his farm in order to fix the car problem. But he and his family had other plans for the young punk. Put yourself in Henry's sneakers and try to escape from the house of the Cannibal family in this thrilling survival horror game made by the developers of The Night of the Scissors, and once again inspired by classic slasher movies from the 80s and survival horror games. So I actually put this on my wish list after I looked it up. It actually looked really fun. But what do you think?
I'm impartial. I don't know. I originally was going to say no, because the beginning sounds kind of like, okay, like you're trying to escape from a cannibal family. But then once you said that it was inspired by the classic slasher movies, then I was like, oh, well, that might be kind of interesting then.
Yeah, it looks like a PS1 game almost, but it's it's recent and it looks very silly and like good music, and it looks really good. It's hard to describe it.
I see.
On a podcast to make it sound good.
Yeah, I guess I would play it then. The last 2 sentences got me.
Okay, good. There you go. Perfect. And our last one before we get to snacks is called Ravenous Devils. Oh. Ravenous Devils is a horror cooking simulation game that takes
I'm already going to play it.
In the 19th century Victorian London, and it centers around Percival and Hildred, who run a tailor shop and pub, respectively. Percival provides the ingredients for Hildred's meat-based recipes by murdering his clients and throwing the bodies down a trapdoor that leads to her kitchen. Hildred then cooks the bodies into meals to serve them to her customers upstairs. The game draws heavy inspiration from Sweeney Todd, both in terms of style and story. It is implied that he was the previous owner of the building Hildred and Percival move into in the intro cinematic, where Percival remarks that it used to belong to a well-known barber in town. So that one sounds fun, right? It's another kind of cooking simulator where it's.
I guess it sounds like it's kind of like a no-brainer. No pun intended.
Not anymore.
Cooking and cannibals. I mean, I guess because that's what you're doing is eating. So I could see why there'd be a lot of cooking games.
Yeah, and I'm glad that they're at least cooking the flesh. I feel as if that's going to take away some of the parasitic elements that are going to destroy your brain from eating your own kind.
Yeah, I couldn't eat it raw for sure. I mean, I guess if I had to, I would. But I'd find. Yeah, that would probably really make you sick. Yeah,
absolutely. You'd have to sue the human sushi restaurant.
I would play this one, though. I would.
Yes. Okay. I bet you're hungry now after all this.
Oh.
This is the food episode.
I need some bloody meat now.
Yeah, exactly. Jeff, can you drop a beat for us, buddy?
Snacks? Snacks?
Boop, 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 boop. All right. Snacks. For those of you who don't know or are new here or forget every time you listen to this podcast what Snacks is. Snacks is where we pair dope food with even doper games, just like one would maybe pair a fine wine with some fancy food. Snacks is spelled with an X because we carved an X into our head today because that's spooky. That's what Rob Zombie
Christina did that at the concert. She did that for her Xtina.
Yeah,
it made me think of snacks because I always do that during our podcast. I was like, she's copying me.
Yeah, well, fun fact, Christina Aguilera, who Danelle saw recently, is a fan of our podcast.
Ooh. Hi, Christina. Thanks for listening.
Hey, girl.
Hey.
Getting dirty up in here. I'll tell you what, Christina, today's snack is just what a girl wants.
Wow, that was good.
what she needs, even. So, what does one do, Danelle, when for a snack segment when the main topic of the show is eating other people?
Yeah.
What do you do? What do you pick? Yeah, I'll tell you. I'll give you. Listen, you take a break. You take a break from the carnage. That's what you do. So, today I'm going to a specific restaurant and ordering a specific thing.
Okay.
Tell me if you've ever had the vegan banh mi from Mendocino Farms, Danelle.
Nope.
Oh my goodness. Well, listen.
I've had banh mi's definitely, but not a vegan one.
Yeah, and Mendocino Farms has a meat version as well of the banh mi. Have you had Mendocino Farms at all?
Okay. I thought they were a dispensary.
It sounds like they are. They probably are up in.
When you mentioned it, I was like, that's food?
No. They should be though. I mean. They kind of have like
a brand that makes them.
They're like a healthier restaurant.
I think I have seen this. Yes.
I'm putting it in air quotes because there's no such thing as a healthy restaurant with the amount of sodium and all that kind of stuff. But they're a healthier restaurant, and so they have this vegan banh mi or the non-vegan version. What you get with pork belly, and yes, the pork belly one is straight fire, but it's pork, which means it's pig. Which means it's too close to humans. They say pig is like the thing that humans might taste the most like, or something like that. I forget like who they are. But I've heard something like that. And besides, I do like pork belly when it's done like really well, every once in a while. But overall, it's kind of brutal, and it's often really, really fatty, and I'm not always in the mood for it. So I do like it. I do like fatty stuff, but it's kind of brutal. So.
Yeah.
I am always in the mood for a banh mi, though. You like banh mi's there?
Yes.
Right? Yes.
Oh, yeah.
No matter what that's on the banh mi, I like it. For me, it's the perfect crunchy bread and the almost sort of floral bouquet of the produce that makes a great banh mi. The protein's like almost just extra. It's a topping.
It's all about the bread.
It's all, the bread is really good. And so the Mendocino Farms is no exception. I think it's really good. It's obviously not like a traditional, Vietnamese sandwich place one, but it comes with baked salt and pepper tofu. And listen, even if you don't like tofu, it's done really, really well. Pickled daikon, and carrots, of course. Cucumber, jalapeno, Thai basil, cilantro, sweet chili sauce, vegan mayo. And this is a little controversial. It's on a panini press ciabatta roll.
Oh.
670 calories, by the way. Now, listen, I'll address the elephant in the room. Hi, Jeff. And also, I'm going to go on to the other controversy, which is the bread. Yes, I'm well aware that this is not the traditional bread you would get for the banh mi. It's usually a baguette that you would get. In this case, it's ciabatta, or as I would imagine people in the South say it, ciabatta. But ciabatta is... I like ciabatta. It's bomb. Sorry, people of the South. I don't know. Ciabatta!
You're so stupid.
I used to do that... Sorry, I'll take a break really quick. Jack in the Box used to have a ciabatta line of sandwiches back in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
And I used to roll through the drive-thru, and I would do stuff like pretend like I was a guy who couldn't read and go,
No.
Ciabatta!
No, you didn't, Mikey.
I did. Anyways.
You were one of those.
Yeah, I'm much more calm now. I'm a gentleman now.
Would you do it by yourself or the group of friends in the car?
Of course, with the group of friends.
Okay.
It's all for the laugh, right? Come on.
Well,
now.
maybe you like to make yourself laugh, so you're just. Like,
I do actually. You're not wrong about that.
Oh,
but
Lordy.
listen, the ciabatta or ciabatta in this case is bomb. Do you like ciabatta? I like ciabatta. I know it's not a banh mi thing, but when you have a sandwich with sauces, I think ciabatta is one of the best because it has all those nooks and crannies for the sauces. Right?
I like all bread, honestly. Just depends on what sandwich you're trying to make or what bread you want to use for whatever that you're making. But I like ciabatta for sure. Yeah, it's good. I've been wanting focaccia recently too for some reason.
Oh, focaccia's so good. I love focaccia as well.
Man, I'm hungry.
You like sauces on sandwiches, right?
Yeah. Well, what do you mean?
I don't know. Listen, people who don't like sauces on sandwiches, I think, who does that even? Well, my wife does, but I love her, and my children do, and I love them too, I guess. But everyone else who doesn't put sauces on sandwiches, Danelle, I'm here to ask, what is wrong with you? Do you like pain, where it's supposed to be pleasure? Do you prefer the dry, hot desert over a perfectly cool and breezy fall afternoon? Do you hate puppies? Something's got to be wrong. So, anyways, the sandwich. Dare I say, I even prefer the vegan version over the pork belly one from this place at least. I wouldn't normally say that, but
interesting.
Tofu over meat. But a lot of people actually agree with that statement specifically to Mendocino Farms with this sandwich. A lot of their sandwiches they have vegan versions of, but this one is the one where people are like, I actually like the tofu one. I don't know what it is. So, and I think that's on their website and their menu. This one's one of their featured sandwiches, and the Piggy Wiggy version is always a bridesmaid, never a bride, so to speak. It's not necessarily featured, but it's there. So I know a lot of people don't like tofu. What are you?
Yeah.
Can you get down with tofu or man?
Yeah, okay. I can too. I've had it before. I know there's different types too. I think there's like silken, and then there's like
firm.
And there's like totally different ones, and I've gotten used to it over the years. Lots of companies that I've worked for always had catered food, and there was always some sort of it's always in the salad bar area, and so I've tried it over the years, and I wouldn't say it's my go-to, but I did buy it sometimes after a while, and I was like adding it to things because it's good protein, I think, right? So
It is, yeah.
Yeah, I'm a fan. I can dig it.
But like I know plenty of vegans, as I'm sure we all do because we live in California. But a lot of vegans that I know will buy it, and they're never all that excited for it. So it has to be prepared like really well.
Yeah.
You almost have to know that you're not eating it, and I think that's what Mendocino Farms does really well. It's like, oh, that's tofu, holy crap! And I think it's just all the other ingredients are perfect too, and whatever they did with that salmon, they did it right. And guess what? It's not other humans, so we scored a point for our snack segment. No cannibal is allowed at Mendocino Farms.
None.
Besides, the one that we go to is in Santana Row, and I'm pretty sure cannibalism is illegal there, as it is pretty much everywhere else. The tough part about Mendocino Farms, for me anyways, is their sides. I think they're just aight. In this case, I'm going to go with their southern potato salad. I won't be that excited about it. I'm not hating on potato salad, It's just a little
Yeah,
boring
who
at
thinks on
Mendocino
potato
Farms.
salad?
I think the pro move is to get a good bag of chips on the side beforehand,
Yeah.
and I'm going to suggest Zapp's Voodoo Potato Chips.
Oh.
Have you had this? They're from
No, what's a
Louisiana.
voodoo flavor taste like?
Ooh. It's a little spicy. It's a little salt and vinegary. It's a little Cajun-y,
Mmm.
cayenne-y. It's like a little bit of everything. They go
All
really well
rolled
with the
into
sandwich.
one. I'm a lover, I'm a child, or I'm a
Are you
mother.
singing?
I'm a sinner, I'm a saint.
You singing bitch?
Yes, I didn't
Okay.
want to say the word, but I don't know
I
why
know.
you.
It's the first time I've sworn on this show in like 20 years. Zaps, they do have little voodoo dolls on the bag, and voodoo dolls kind of
Aw.
look like people. So now we are including our cannibal friend Jeff
Aw,
over here.
nice.
Um, I'm sorry, Jeff's an elephant in the room. He's a cannibal friend. He's none
He's a
of that. He's
cannibal
just our
friend.
he's our hardworking producer.
He's a
And for our
shapeshifter,
game
it
pairing
sounds like.
today, what's that?
He's a shapeshifter, it sounds like. He can be
He
a
is. He
cannibal,
is
he can be a whatever you said, or
an elephant.
an
Yeah,
elephant.
in the room.
And then,
Um, So for our game
oh,
pairing today, I want to continue to keep the carnage to a minimum. Was that your elephant impression?
yeah. There you
Sorry.
go. I don't know
Um,
what I was doing.
you were. "Arr!"
I was trying to know what I was thinking.
um, all right. So
Oh,
let's
anyway.
see. Today's game is Pac-Man. All right.
Oh, Lordy.
It's a game about eating, but Pac-Man's clearly eating tofu. All
That's
right.
true.
It's a perfect pairing with their vegan banh mi. He's totally eating tofu, right? You worked at Namco. You
Sure,
were the
yeah.
expert. You had to go to Pac-Man school for an hour every morning, I bet, before you got to work. Was it tofu that he was eating, Danelle? Can you confirm that?
No, but I guess for this sake, I'll say yes.
Thank you. Um, and Pac-Man. What is there to say about Pac-Man that hasn't been said already?
I.
Uh, Even the most casual of gamers know Pac-Man. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
if I'm ever at an arcade or somewhere like a pizza joint that still happens to have arcade machines and they have Pac-Man, I'll always play it. Uh,
Yeah. It's easy.
I no, yeah, exactly.
It's like it's just an easy no-brainer. You're just sitting around eating and waiting, and it's fun. You can do it with one hand, and
Yeah, absolutely. We were actually just in the American Girl doll store in New York City a
oh
few months ago.
wow.
That store is huge and it's amazing. My girls grew up like in that
Oh,
line of
I've been to
dolls.
one before, and I thought it was creepy and weird, and
Yeah, you don't like dolls though. Yeah.
no, but I did. I was buying one for someone. It was like a birthday party, and I didn't realize how expensive they were.
Oh, it's such a
And they have
trap.
so much different stuff. I mean, that store is crazy. I mean,
It
it's
is crazy.
like how
It is crazy.
much detail and like how into it people are. I mean, I couldn't believe it.
Well, so there's this doll that came out a few years ago, and she's from the '80s. And so in her section, they had a Pac-Man arcade machine, and you could play it in the store for free. So that's
Oh,
actually the last time I
what?
played Pac-Man was at the American Girl doll store, and I had to walk away because I was kicking ass. And I was
You're
like, oh, we better
funny.
go. And then also my first dog, who was a beagle, one of many in a line of beagles that we had over the years. His name was Clyde, who was also one of the name of the ghost. So that holds a special place in my heart. And I just love this sound. Waka 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 waka
Oh,
waka waka waka. Um, but one question does linger when it comes to Pac-Man. Initially, I thought this was a safe choice because of the tofu that he's clearly eating that Danelle,
yeah.
against her
Confirmed.
will, confirmed. Um, but he does eat the ghost eventually, which is metal as AF. But,
Oh,
but what
true.
are the ghosts? Are they former Pac-Men who are haunting our current Pac-Man? Are they a different species and not Pac at all? And most importantly, does this make Pac-Man a cannibal himself?
Hmm.
So I turn to you again, Danelle, who I imagine at Namco had to study the law of Pac at least 2 to 3 hours a day. Uh, was, was,
Almost.
was Pac-Man a cannibal?
We worked on so many different versions of that game that I'm sure I'm probably same thing as studying it 2 to 3 hours a day.
Yeah, so I
Um,
was going to ask you actually. You worked on Pac-Man then, right?
oh yeah, they ported them after like they were porting them onto cell phones, and they were just like cell phones are before smartphones. That's how long I've been working on cell phones before they
Yeah.
were smart, and they were porting them. So they took all their classic games and put them onto cell phones. So we had to test Pac-Man on every single phone for a long time, and then they made like Super Pac-Man and all those other different versions, and and whatnot, but
I could tell that you. I can't tell. Actually, I can't tell when someone says Pac-Man. Are you like, oh my god, or oh, I remember Pac-Man?
I don't know.
It can be scarring. I tested on cell phones before they were smart as well. I think they were called dumb phones or phones of average
That's what I was
intelligence.
gonna say. Yeah.
But I had to test Bomberman on every single Nokia phone known to man, and it did get a little old for sure.
Yeah, I mean, testing anything for a long time just
Yeah.
becomes old. But no, I don't mind it. It just reminds me a lot of that time. I mean, I had good memories from them, so it's not like it's a bad
Right.
thing. But it's just like how many times exactly you just hear that. Eventually, everyone had to turn their sounds off. You want to make sure the sound worked,
Right.
and then after that, no one had sounds on, so you didn't want to hear it for 8 hours a day.
I would blast it. I would blast it 8 hours a day. Exactly. Exactly, dog. All right. Well,
I
so
forgot what
there's
the question
there's-
you asked me though. You asked me a question though.
Oh, is Pac-Man a cannibal himself? Because he
Oh,
eats
I think so. Now that you
Okay.
convinced me.
So he eats tofu for the most part, but when he eats a giant piece of tofu, he now has the ability to eat ghosts who were former Pac-Men,
Yeah.
which makes him a cannibal.
Ghosts are people too. They were people too.
Ghosts are people too could be another sticker or shirt we could sell for our spooky season line of clothes.
Yeah. I'm with it.
All right. Well, there's our palate cleanser. We had a vegan banh mi and Pac-Man. You know, your thoughts?
You learned me something new again. I'd never even heard of a vegan banh mi or even ever thought about it.
Right. Banh you, banh mi. That's what I say. So let's get back to the horrors of eating people.
Oh, yeah.
To our Rapido Fire segment.
Oh.
So obviously, as evident by our snacks segment, we like pairing food with things. We also like alcohol here at the Double Shift, or at least Danelle does. This is also the cannibal episode, and we also like putting Danelle on the spot. So these are all facts. I'm just laying out the facts. Danelle likes alcohol and pairing things with things. So for today's Rapido Fire segment, I'm going to give Danelle a dish, and what you need to do is you need to pair it with an alcohol of your choice. Pretend like you're trying it, and then describe the food kind of like the dicks on Food Network do when they over-describe things, you know.
Oh my gosh.
Except because this is the cannibal episode, these dishes will be made up of video game characters, and Danelle is the cannibal food judge who is consuming them. Cue the song "Cannibal" by Kesha. Jeff, if you have that ready. Oh, we don't have that. Well, maybe you know that song. I'll eat you up. That's a good one.
Probably not.
Shout out Kesha. Anyway, so you ready, Danelle, to hear your dishes, and you're going to pair it with alcohol and then try it and tell us how you like it?
Sure.
Okay. Our first dish is, and remember, these are all, so you're eating video game characters, basically. It's a little gruesome.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
These are dishes made out of video game characters.
Oh,
If
okay.
that wasn't clear before, yes.
That
yes,
was
yes.
not, but
Okay,
I
my
get
bad,
it
yes.
now.
We have we have captured these video game characters and turned them into food for your enjoyment, and you're gonna have to pair it with alcohol and try it and tell if it's good. First one is Mario meatballs served with Luigi linguine noodles topped with toadstool truffles and a Princess Peach cobbler for dessert. What alcohol are you pairing with this dish, Danelle? And doesn't it sound lovely?
This does sound delicious. I'm going with the classic Cabernet.
Oh, nice.
Red wine with some meatballs.
Yeah.
It sounds good, although I might have to switch it up for the dessert. Maybe a cognac for the cobbler.
Oh, okay.
But that was just my first. I don't know if I'm going to do that with all of these, but when I saw these two, that's what it sounded like I would want to do with this. And Luigi linguine noodles taste a little spongy.
Oh, yeah.
But the meatballs are pretty good.
Mario was a plump one, yeah.
Yeah, they were. He
Full
knew
of fat.
his I was gonna say he knew his meat. I don't know if that's even what I want to say there, but
Right.
not a fan of the truffles. That's kind of overpowering the dish a little bit.
Right. What they did there is they took Toadstool and they just shaved him.
Shaved him. Oh,
Yeah,
that's my
onto the...
guy, Toadstool. I say I can't. That's another reason why I couldn't even do. I can't eat Toad. I can't eat
Okay,
him.
no truffles
Like,
for you then.
no, no.
Toad is safe. Okay.
Yeah, Toadoso. I don't know. Good old Ricky.
What could have told us so?
I don't know why that popped in my head. And then the peach cobbler for dessert with some cognac was delicious. It was nice and
Yeah.
it was the crumble on top of the cobbler. That's like my favorite part.
Right.
It's
Peachy.
crunchy and oatmeal-y and just perfect. And
Does sound pretty good, actually.
yeah.
This
It
meal,
was-
anyways.
overall, this was a pretty good meal.
Nice. All right. That one might be the best meal. I don't know if I can live up to that. But our next meal is links, hot links. So hot links that are made out of link.
Oh,
and then
God.
Zelda sweet potato fries. What are you pairing? What are you
Ooh.
pairing with some hot links and sweet potato fries?
It's got to be a beer.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to think of. Well, since we're in fall season now, I guess I'll go with the pumpkin ale
Okay. That works.
to offset the hot, because the hot links are spicy.
Really hot, yeah. Whew.
So it was a little too spicy, but the sweet potato fries, excellent. Nice and salty and
Yes.
paired perfectly. They kind of helped cool down the hot links a little bit because sweet potatoes are sweet, so the sweetness of the sweet potatoes helped offset the hot of the hot link. And the
Oh.
beer just washed it all down, and it was perfect. The pumpkin was a perfect pairing for the potato fries.
Holy monkey balls! That was amazing. And you clearly watched Food Network because you knew exactly how, like, the way they over describe it. You're doing a perfect job. All right, the next one.
Gosh.
I don't know if you're gonna like this. This is a sandwich made out of Mega Man. I call it the Mega Manwich. It's kind of like a sloppy Joe. What are you gonna
I
pair?
love sloppy joes, honestly.
Okay.
So Mega Man, which a little too hearty. It was
Yeah.
almost a little too hearty. The sauce was a little too saucy,
Yeah. That's his blood.
but Mega Man, which it's gonna have to be. I don't know. I was gonna say another beer, but it's because it is so meat or like meat heavy. It's
Yeah.
her, but I know we just talked about these, but it's popping in my head because it seems like it would be an off balance of how rich I'll do an apple cider.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's really rich, so you get some sweet in there to kind of.
Yeah, and some crisp of the apple with
Yeah.
a little sweet to go kind of wash down that sandwich, and it was on a nice brioche bun too,
Oh.
so it was toasted
Yes.
and it was messy and it was delicious.
Oh yeah. I'm getting more hungry now than I am for snacks. I don't know what that says about me. I might have to try some of this. This next one I feel a little bad about because it's a real person, but it's also a video game franchise. So we're going with Tony Hamhock split pea soup. What's the pairing? Do you like split pea soup? I
do actually.
It doesn't look great, but it's
It's
so
not.
delicious.
So as a
Yeah.
kid, I kind of didn't like it. I didn't really like peas as a kid.
Right.
But my mom is an excellent chef.
Okay.
And shout out to my mom.
out to
And
Danelle's
she
mom.
made some split pea soup with the ham. She uses ham hock for everything, or not for
Right.
everything, but she always keeps them and cooks with them and always makes good soups with them, and they make great stocks. This one's
Yeah.
no different. This split pea soup, the ham flavor really came through with that bone that had been sitting there and in the sauce for 12
Yeah.
hours.
It's Tony Hawk's foot, by the way, but it's
Yeah, so that's why made it taste a little stinky, I guess. It was kind of
Yeah,
a
it's
little
little dank.
a little pungent. Yeah. But it was salty, and I don't even know what I'm going to have with this split pea soup. I'm actually going to say champagne.
Okay, yeah, that works.
I could go with a little bubbly.
Yeah.
It's a little light because the soup is a little heavy. Tony's ham hock was a little footy,
Yeah.
but
Fakey
excellent,
Philo, yeah.
excellent flavor, and the peas were cooked perfectly.
Yes. That's the thing about cannibals is they know how to pair their vegetables with their meat. I'll tell you what. All right, two more here. This last one is it's kind of a big meal. This is Laura Croft beer battered cod po' boy sandwich served with the infamous Cole McGrath slaw and Tiny Tina tater tots.
What the?
What's the pairing?
Instantly, I think Stella.
Yeah, that's a good one.
With the po' boy, but Laura Croft, I mean, she works out. I mean, she not works out, but she's doing all that running around and walking around, and so her meat might be a little tender, or not tender. Like that means it's gonna be too like on the opposite because she works out so much. It'll be a little. It was a little, yeah, but. It was battered well. It was nice and crunchy. Had a good beer batter on the outside.
Yes, Croft beer.
Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah. Oh yeah, Croft. I guess I should have gone with the Croft beer then, but.
Well, it's okay. You're getting the flavor and.
Yeah, I just really needed that.
I think Stella works because this is clearly in Louisiana and it's hot. You could have gone with like Albita or whatever the Louisiana beer brand is. I forget the name. They do Purple Haze and the other stuff. But Stella works though. So I think Stella, like an ice cold Stella on like a humid day with coleslaw, tater tots, and.
I'm not a fan of coleslaw usually.
Really?
I don't know why. I guess I didn't really used to like cabbage a lot. I really like cabbage now. But it was so soupy. Like, I think you talked about the KFC one that you like, which I don't know why people like that stuff.
It's mayonnaise soup, that KFC.
And that's the thing is, I don't like mayonnaise. I'm not a big fan of it. And so, yeah, you're just like, it's like a running off your spoon. And it's kind of...
That's not how coleslaw should be.
I know, but I know people do like this. It's a thing. I know this. Yeah. People that, like, know that it's not the greatest just love it, though. They think it's like...
Yeah,
but
I love all coleslaw, but yeah, the KFC is mayonnaise soup, and I'm here for it.
There's
that's gross.
A lobster roll place there. I don't know if it's still open. One's in Portola Valley, and the other one's in like Redwood City. I forgot the name of the and they have an awesome coleslaw that I like actually. And they had they put like berries in it. It's either cherries or like lingonberries or like Oregon berries. I think is what they are. Or something.
Oregon berry, like the cannibals.
Oh, see, Oregons. Yeah, see, perfect. So maybe they had that in this slaw. Maybe that's what made it just I like it a little bit. But
they did, yeah.
And Tina's tiny tater tots. I don't even know. I read that. I completely switched those around, but
that's okay.
Tots are all right. Deep fried a little too much. Tasted too much like oil.
Right. Yeah. You gotta dip them in ranch. So.
No.
Sorry.
Ketchup. All right. That's it. Ketchup.
Ketchup works. Ketchup.
Sometimes not even. I haven't even been eating ketchup recently. When I have fries and tots, I just eat them raw. If
they're good enough, that's fine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like steak sauce on steak. You only use it when the steak sucks.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't. It's funny you said that too because I was at Savers yesterday shopping, and they had these really cool silver. Like I guess you put your bottles of ketchup in it, and it said like ketchup on it, and one said mustard, and then one of them said steak sauce, and I was like, who uses steak sauce? That's exactly what I just said yesterday.
Old people.
Yeah.
The fourth one said Heinz 57 sauce, which shout out to Heinz 57 sauce.
Yeah.
All right, one more to know.
Okay.
This one is another very famous video game series that also is human, but this one is James Bond. That's right. No clever dish names or anything like that. You're just straight up eating James Bond. What is the pairing? There can only be one right answer for this one, Danelle, and you don't have to describe how he tastes. I just need to know your drink.
Oh, martini, shaken, not stirred.
You got it.
Wow.
Yeah, so we're just eating James Bond for that one. Danelle, what have you learned?
There was a lot more cannibal in games than I realized. Cannibal stuff in games. I mean, when you first mentioned it, I was like, there can't be. And I guess because it's not so like in your face, like I was thinking about cannibalism, like you're saying, just straight up, just eating people, and they have it in more subtle ways in these games, and that makes sense because when I think about it now, I'm like, oh yeah, very, very true. But
Skyrim has some too. We didn't even scratch the surface. You know, we only have however long we have for this, but hopefully we have a little bit more time because we do have to get to our main topic, which is pitching a sequel to the movie Biodome called The Gut Microbiome with Pauly Shore and one of the Baldwin brothers. And all the Baldwin brothers are shrunk down to the size of an ant and have to live inside somebody's tum-tum. Jeff, do we have time for that today?
What?
I liked Biodome. I thought that was a funny movie.
Absolutely. Yeah, no Biodome hate from me.
No, I always wanted to live in one ever since that movie.
Yeah, buddy. We're not going to get to talk about it because Jeff's giving me the high sign, which means we're out of time. So it's time to say goodbye, Danelle.
Goodbye, Danelle. I don't know why I
And
did
with that, we're going to do our spooky double shift toast. May your gamer score be heavy and your backlog be light. May your connection be spooky and your aim precision tight. May your Joy-Cons be as mighty as the ocean, but never should they drift. And for all you QA ghost pirates out there, you'll survive. Yar! Double shift. Double shift.
Double shift. Shift.